Final of a four-game series. The Sailors looking to sweep the New York Knights in the Battle of New York. The first pitch between the two clubs is next. Stick around. Testing. Fantastic. Alright, Sailors, sit back and enjoy. Welcome to the New York Coliseum, the New York Sailors, and the New York Knights. New York Sailors looking to sweep the New York Knights. All three games have been really close, so we're going to see how this goes. 286 overall batting average, 12 earned runs to the Sailors in this series, so we'll see who comes out on top. See, they've all been really close. This is going to be a great matchup. Can the Sailors get the sweep? We'll see. First pitch between the Sailors and the Knights is next. Stick around. Tanner Houck taking the mound for the New York Sailors here on a Tuesday night. He's started 4 games already this season. 3.13 ERA and a 1.35 whip, which is really good. We'll see how we'll do, and his first batter will be O'Neal Cruz. About to get this thing started, and the first pitch, and we're underway. We'll be line for a base hit from Cruz. Oh, he dropped it. The throw. Cruz stays on first, but he gets a single on the very first pitch of the ball game. Here comes Spencer Steer. Sweeper that drifted inside, really. A bit of a nice backdoor sweeper. Well placed by Tanner Houck, but he's gonna be. What he's gotta do is he's gotta be able to find that consistency to keep that pitch rate like up. We can get those well placed pitches time after time after time after time. Place pretty full. They're looking to see the Sailors win. It's also, so there is slightly more Sailors fans obviously here. But when the Knights are the designated home team, there will be slightly more Knights fans. It's the same because it's the same building. And the 1-2 to Spencer Steer. Sweeper tap foul. Another 1-2. Got him on a backdoor sweeper. Strike 3. 1 down. This is Corey Seager. He's been moved up in the lineup. He's now the third in the leadoff spot. Sweeper 1-0. Another pitch. Oh, Farsiger drifted inside. 1-1. Cutter fouled off. 1-2. See here, he is like kind of like almost like a Judge or a Stanton. He has a similar like power to him.
2-2.
But he is good in other areas as well. Only thing is this series the entire time has been really close. Just New York, the New York Knights have never been. They haven't been able to get over that like hump. They just keep finding a way to just barely lose in this series as it's fouled off 2-2 from Corey Seager. I expect this game to be no different. It's going to be just as fun as the first game when we covered the first game of the series. Sinker inside, 3-2. Bryce Harper's on deck. That line for a base hit. Into right center field. That's going to get down. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Seager with a double. Might bring a run home. Will it go for home? Yes, he will. And the Knights take a 1-0 lead. RBI double for Corey Seager. He is really able to get under that ball with his bat and give it a lot of power. It was a pretty hard hit. And it got down right in the right spot, allowing him to go to second, because that thing rolled all the way to the wall, but also brought O'Neal Cruz home. 1-0 Knights. Here's Bryce Harper. No 1 count. Sweeper fouled off 0-2. It's off to a good start here.
1-2.
Oh, the ball's in the dirt. He's going to go for third. He is safe. Just in time. Still on base. For Corey Seager. This is the one time the only realistic time you can steal third base. Is when the ball gets away. It's almost as if it's shorter than first to second, and then second is between second and third. Even though it's not, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but you'll notice it after a while, because you'll notice this time they don't go second to third. It's 3-2. It has almost like a similar vein to like the Subway series. It is the equivalent of that. Called strike 3, 2 down. Bryce Harper retired. 2 Ks in the inning for Tanner Houck. There's Eugenio Suarez. I want to say Eugenio Suarez, but Eugenio, that's how you say it. I didn't realize you don't pronounce the G. When I want the ball in the dirt. Nice looking take that 2-0 lane. That'll be lined right at third. The throw from Ramirez to first is in time, and that ends the inning. So Corey Seager with an RBI double, and we head to the Sailors first. 1-0 Knights. Quinn McDermott taking the mound for the New York Knights. He started four games already this year, 5.5 ERAs, but it'll definitely look to get that down. But his whip is 1.27, which is insane. So, 21.7% strikeout rate, 9.8% walk rate, and no face-off made Rosario. And change up on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Fine, that's going to get down for a base hit into center field. Rosario's got a lead-off single to start the ball game for the Sailors. And they'll bring up Luis Rengifo. He's going to second. The throw. Safe. And Ahmed Rosario's got a stolen base. It's 5 on the season for him now. He just took off. Just the pitch was thrown. Impressive. He made it. Fantastic. He was able to beat the throw. Sinker is 1-1. And there's a pop fly into shallow center field. O'Neal Cruz calling for it. I'll make the catch on the throw. So it's there to keep Rosario on second. It's Jose Ramirez. Dalton Varsho and Jason Hayward aren't playing. So, that's good to know. Here's Jose Ramirez. Bottom of the first. Sailors trailing 1-0. Another 1-0.
That's off the plate.
Got off 2-1 on that four-seamer on the upper inside corner. Which whenever a ball comes to you on that like upper inside corner, which is the closest it can be to you, is one of the hardest places to hit. What a lot of MLB hitters do, they just get off. They do what Ramirez is doing. They just get enough of it to be a foul. Fly ball. Foul off 2-2. And unless you're Shohei Ohtani, you probably struggle hitting up there. Four-seamer at the top of the zone, you got a piece of it, stays the count 2-2. Just waiting for that perfect pitch. Takes a change up, just barely inside. 3-2. You put a bit of faith in it, and it paid off. McDermott's going to try and get Ramirez. The 3-2. Ball 4 on a fastball outside. And there's 2 on for the New York Sailors. It's also a massive divisional series, so this has already massively set back the New York Knights in like the standings. Kyle Raleigh looking for homer number 100. He's 3 away, so we might cover another Sailors game after this. Down the line, foul ball, 0-2. Last 2 games of the series were both 6-5. Sailors wins, and the first one, which I covered as well, was sinker struck him out Cal Raleigh. And there's the first strikeout for Quinn McDermott. And here's Anthony Edwards. 2 on, 2 out. Would be a missed opportunity for the New York Sailors if they don't get anything out of this. They're in good shape here. They just need to make it happen. Swinging and missing a fastball. No balls, two strikes. McDermott looking to get out of it. The pitch. Swinging and missing a slider. He strikes out swinging, and we head to the second. The Knights hold on to the 1-0 lead. Here's Marco Simeon.
Whoa. 1-0.
Counts 1-0, and the pitch. Lined right at first base for out number 1, just like that. So that's Toglia playing first base. Here's JT. JT Romeo, 3-time Silver Slugger. Last time he won that award, it was 2022. A piece of that right at first, run to the bag. Here's out number 2, just like that. Coming to the plate is Pavin Smith. Takes that sinker for strike 1.
That's a ball.
Just a bit of a bad angle on that sinker on the lower inside corner. I want to go a bit more towards the middle with that. Something you gotta learn how to do. See if it's consistent. Top fly in to shallow left center field. And there's the catch, and that'll end the inning, and we head to the Sailors' second. And the score is still 1-0 for the Knights. And for the New York Knights is Elijah King. Ball 1 there. Another pitch, a sinker directed to well below the zone. 2-0. There's a fly ball down the right field line. This one back. Track. Whoa, goodbye. Home run. Sailors tied the game at 1. Elijah King with his 8th home run on the year. And this game is tied 1 apiece. So just like that, off that swing from Elijah King, the New York Sailors, right back in this ball game, he got just the right amount of the right launch angle, get that thing over the wall. Because if he went too high, if the launch angle was too high, then it would drop like right in front of the. He would probably only get a double out of it. It would still be good, obviously, for the Sailors, but not enough to tie the game necessarily. Here's Michael Toglia. It's that 4-seamer 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck out on a fastball. And there's 1 down. Third strikeout for McDermott. So Bader at the plate. They look to get that batting average up into 220.
Oh,
Swing and a miss on that fastball upstairs, 0-2. Fouled that one off at the top of the zone.
oh.
Four seamer, just upstairs there. They took it at 1-2.
Ball, hot.
Same pitch, back to back there. Don't expect the. You can't throw the same two pitches in a row, and then when it doesn't work the first time, your first response should not be, oh, how about I go right back to that and see if it works again, and see if it works this time. It's not going to happen. Count is full to Harrison Bader. So 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 down, and the fourth strikeout for Quinn McDermott. Here's Josh Lowe.
Hey.
So, McDermott gonna try and get out of this 12 o'clock curve. Really beautiful backdoor 12 o'clock curve. The pitch, it just like was like deceitful and not like perfect angle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So, there's line. Long throw. He's not gonna get there. That's gonna be a base hit for Josh Lowe. No play from short. And Josh Lowe's aboard with a base hit. There's Ahmed Rosario. Restart for the top of the order. Fouled the other way, 0-1. 238 batting average and 676 OPS. 2 home runs so far. I'm tied at 1. Throw it back to first, and Josh Lowe is safe. That was an odd fastball. He just had, to me, it just looked odd. I don't know.
Runner.
I was gonna go for second, swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 5th K for Quentin McDermott. Elijah King with a solo bomb to right, and the game is tied at 1. And so, top of the 3rd inning, here's Michael Bush. Very good start. He's very good at getting on, especially to start the first National Baseball League season. A .310 batting average with a sinker fouled off, 1-1. Another pitch. A nice backdoor sweeper, 1-2. Fouled off. The interest. If the Knights, they've already lost the series, like overall, because they've lost three in a row. We're looking to see if they can salvage Game 4 here.
Okay.
And the fact that they're going to see each other so much, it's going to create a bit of like, rivalry. Strike 3 called on the sinker! And Bush strikes out swinging. And that's the 3rd K for Tanner Houck. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
No, that's a ball.
Sinker for ball one.
One ball, no strike. That's the ball.
Sinker drifted below the zone 2-0. He got a hit his first time. And one thing about O'Neal Cruz is it's kind of his whole thing that he is a very hard hitter. I believe he has the record for the hardest hit baseball in Major League Baseball.
3-2.
I wouldn't be surprised if he already broke the record in one of the other games in a game I didn't cover.
Ball four.
Ball four on that sinker. He's gonna walk O'Neal Cruz.
Now back, the left fielder, Spencer Steer.
Here's Spencer Steer.
Runner. Hey!
Oh, he's gonna go to second, and the throw, it is safe. Cruz is safe at first. And good speed by Cruz there. And a really good slide doing. He extended his full body out, keeping his momentum at the same time, which is like a skill you gotta also learn. Oh, he's gonna try and go for third. He's safe as well. How about that? Back-to-back stolen bases from O'Neal Cruz on the same at bat. How about that? Are you kidding me? I'm impressed. I am impressed. Was next stealing home. Grounder for a base hit, and Cruz will score. And the Knights take a 2-1 lead, just like that. So Steer with a sacrifice out. The Seager to the plate. Already got a hit today so far. And restrains himself on that sweeper, 1-0. Strike one called there. He's obviously known for his career with the Texas Rangers, but in the National Baseball League, he's come to New York. They were able to get him to be a New York Knight. And the 1-2. What a face of that sinker off the bat. Foul. Fouled off once again, 1-2. Another pitch. The way he took the sinker there. Let's see if I can get that pitch in the zone. Down the line, foul. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a miss in the sinker, and he struck out Corey Seager. We head to the Sailors' third. So, final game of this 4-game series between the New York Knights and the New York Sailors. Here's Luis Rengifo. Oh, nice slider, strike one there. Sinker got it off the end of the bat. Luis Rengifo is now Los Angeles Angel in Major League Baseball, aka the real world. He's a Sailor in the National Baseball League. This is a foul ball. He's gonna try and run after this because yeah, it's gonna go bounce up and over to into the crowd. Probably the fact that it's like a
1 and 2.
that this is. Look, I'm not. I'm afraid there's gonna be a home run because of their home run thing right here. Swing and a miss, and he struck out Rengifo. Sixth strikeout in 3 innings for Quinn McDermott. He's striking out batters left and right. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Ball 1.
I'm just looking something up real quick, just so I can like prove a point almost about this. The dynamic of these two teams. Single fouled off.
Strike 2.
Strike 2, 1 and 2 the count.
Ball.
I'm just reading. Swing and a miss to the 12 o'clock curve, 2 down. As his 7th strikeout in 3 innings. Here's Calrolli. Explosive start for Quinn McDermott. Yeah, 8-inch break there on that 12-6 curve. I just call it a 12 o'clock curve because that's easier for me to say. Calrolli at the plate. Known for sending the Mariners back to the playoffs. I can't even imagine what it was like to be watching that either on TV or even in person. Would have just been ridiculous to watch a moment like that because I think it was like a 17-year playoff drought.
That's a ball.
101 the count. And there's a fly ball out towards right center field. This one carrying track. Wall. Oh, O'Neal Cruz can't get it. That's good. The drop in front of him. And it'll be a 2-out double for Calrolli. Here's Anthony Edwards. So look at it getting on base so far this year. 308 batting average. That is not. That's kind of. That's. Not, well, there is a lot of good talent in this league. There's a lot of. It seems like it's a very wide gap. Everybody's either under 250 or under kind of like 220 even. Pop fly to center field. Cruz is on it. He'll make the catch and we head to the 4th. Knights play 2-1. Giants. They've been in a lot of the games that they're playing. They're just struggling to close games out, as you can see. Like, you just look at their long schedule. A couple of the 10-8 win against the Grizzlies. They did cover that as well as the first game of this series. But the Sailors won 3-2. Then they won games 2 and 3, 6-5. It's kind of where we are now. There's Bryce Harper's at the plate. Gonna take that sinker 1-1. He's a reserve hitter, but when he gets a good, there's a fly ball. I was just about to talk about it. Goodbye, home run. Bryce Harper with a solo bomb, and the New York Knights extend their lead. It's 3-1. He doesn't swing too much, but when he does, he unloads on those baseballs. The power on as well as The launch angle. Goodness gracious. 387 feet. A really high launch angle for Bryce Harper. 3-1 Knights, and they extend the lead to 2. Here's
Nope. Ball one.
Eugenio Suarez. So the Knights, they're struggling early on in this game. There's a grounder to center field. Oh, he got it with his body, but he's not going to have a play on it toward that first. So Suarez, he's got a single after the leadoff home run from Bryce Harper. Here's Marcus Simeon.
Up.
Oh, nice sweeper drifted across the plate. Winner or batter, the one thing about baseball that is unique, might as well talk about it since there's another fly ball down the right field line. This one carrying track. Oh, he's got it as he bounces, as he bumps against the wall. A nice catch right along the red wall. Ground number 1. Here's JT Real Muto, the Knights catcher. Which those jerseys are fantastic. It's kind of like an inverse of the New York Yankees home jersey. The sweeper drifted right across the plate, strike 1. 333 batting average. He's getting better at getting on base. But he swung on that pitch 0-2. Got just the end of the sweeper there. Probably would have been a ball, not a strike if he didn't swing on it though. He's an interesting career, and he's still playing with Bryce Harper, even in the National Baseball League. So there's the balance continuing. Sweeper tap foul, 0-2. So in this universe, they're still playing together. Still tap out, sweeper foul. He's good at fouling them off. I also think striker in a splitter, and he got Real Muto. 2 down. There's Pavin Smith with 2 down and 1 on. So much like the Jets and the Giants, I think that's almost the exact same configuration, like statistically the same setup. 1 stadium, 2 New York teams. One's a Brooklyn team. This is a perfect hit into center field from Pavin Smith, and there's 2 on. Back-to-back singles for the Knights, and their offense continues. It's a hard hit as well. Yeah, not a very low launch angle, just 482. And it started. The reason it was hard to get to because it kind of had this like arch, and then it bounced. And hard for fielders to get to his pop fly. Well, a fly ball to left. He's under it, and he'll make the catch, and we head to the Sailors' 4th. Bryce Harper with a solo bomb. 3-1 for the Knights. The Knights. Yeah, the pitching's not been. The whip's been good, but that's about it. 25 strikeouts, 13 walks, so not necessarily bad, but not necessarily good. Pretty much the Knights pitching. It's just bad enough to think of enough runs to lose. Yeah, it's not necessarily terrible, but it's enough that they're not winning. It's like almost. The entire series has been almost wins for the Knights. Oh, long run. Is he gonna get there? No. Spear unable to get to that fly ball into the corner. Elijah Kenton homered his first time up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he takes that 12 o'clock curve below the knees, 1 and 2. Sailors down 3-1. It's been a tough start to this game for the Sailors, which most of these games they've had good starts. They've been pretty solid offensively in all 3 of these games. At least enough that they're winning the ball game. And Suarez is under that one. He's going to make the catch for out number 1, and King's retired.
The first baseman.
Dogley out of the plate. He struck out his first at bat. His batting averages went down to 194. I don't necessarily know if that's a problem. He homered in the first game of this series.
0-1.
He was the one that he tied the game at 2 for the Sailors, and then later they did take the lead, and then they took the lead in that same inning, 3-2, and that was the final score of the game. It was in like the 3rd inning, as Dogley has got a base hit. He's aboard. He looks happy about himself. Although he's probably going to be really happy when he sees that number go above 200. That thing is, the longer the season goes on, the less each individual hit impacts your batting average. Better double check that. Top fly from Harrison Bader. 0-2. Throw 2 to Bader. Top fly to center field. Cruz is there. I'll make the catch. Round number 2.
Yeah, we got this.
And there's 2 down. Here's Josh Lowe, who singled his first time.
There's something lighting up here between us. You can't be.
Of course, at the end of that 4-seamer. There's a fly ball from Lowe. Back it goes. And goodbye. Home run. 422 feet and the game is tied at 3. Josh Lowe with the game-tying home run here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-3. He absolutely corked it. No doubt about it. 100 miles off, 100.5 off the bat. Perfectly hit into right center. Yeah. It basically, it's the type of home run that makes you want to make them, gives you nightmares because it was so bad. From a pitching standpoint, that is. Here's Ahmed Rosario swinging a miss on a 4-seam fastball, and it's 1-1. So game is tied at 3, and the Sailors, it's very similar to the first game. Maybe not exactly the same innings, but
2-1.
the Knights, they had an early 2-0 lead. And like either the 2nd or 3rd inning, Sailors tied the game at 2. In this game, Sailors are up 3-1. The Knights are up 3-1. The Sailors, they storm back to tie it at 3, and we'll see where it goes from here. Here's Luis Rengifo at the plate with the .250 batting average.
Take your base.
And a walk Rosario. And this game's collapsing at the seams. With the Knights. They look to be in good shape down that long ago. Not so much anymore. And J-Phil hasn't got a hit yet in this ball game.
Ball one.
Force even for ball one, and McDermott's starting to struggle to hitting the zone. 1-0 pitch. Got that four-seam fastball, strike one. Counts even 1-1. Game tied at 3 off the home run from Josh Lowe. Count. Fly ball to center field. And Cruz is under it to make the catch. And we head to the 5th. A 2-run bomb from Josh Lowe.
Leading off for the Knights, the center fielder, Cruz.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Now the game's tied. There's a base hit for Cruz. This one's gonna get into the gap in left center field. A leadoff double for Cruz with nobody out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Spencer.
So maybe the Knights guys aren't necessarily done yet. Maybe they can stay competitive in this ball game. Very good job keeping his momentum through that swing. The throw back to Cruz, and the counts. Well, there's no count there.
Strike one.
And Splitter just sneaks in the zone. Backdoor splitter, strike one. Got that one. Oh, that wasn't an out. Run to the bag. It was in time for out number 1. Just like that. And Spencer Steers retired. Here comes Corey Seager, top of the 5th inning.
Oh.
Cooper drifted off the plate, 1-0. Seager, he's had some good moments, but his batting average is starting to fall off a bit. He needs to get back to his ways. 194 as of I think those his last few games. 278 overall. He just doesn't want it to become a habit. Because the longer you go hitless, the worse your batting average will get. Now the second. You want to short, the run of the bag is in time for 2 down. Cruz stays at second base. Bryce Harper with 2 down. Cooper 0-1. And there's innings over. Harper smashes the ball to deep right field. Goodbye, home run. The Knights are back in front. It's 4-3, 5-3. Excuse me. The New York Knights take the lead right back. 5-3 for the New York Knights. Bryce Harper absolutely smoked it on that ball with 2 down. Bringing not only himself home, but he also brought O'Neal Cruz home. Perfect sweet spot. Not necessarily the most power, just 96.4. But he got the launch angle. And they're going to pull Tanner Houck off the mound. Understandably. As his night is done. Coming in is Phil Maton for the Sailors. He's came in 12 times this year. And see how he does. 3.6 ERA, 3.7 ERA, well 3.68 to be exact. There's Eugenio Suarez. Started his time on the mound today. Suarez with a 1-0 count for the Knights. So Knights back at front 5-3 off the Bryce Harper home run.
2-0.
And just Gregory Soto warming up in the Sailor on-field bullpen. Probably going to see him later today. We'll see. The 2-0.
Ball 3.
Got a 3 now. Marcus Simeon's on deck for the Knights. Either he's going to come or he'll lead off the next inning. Got fouled off 3-1. Eugenio Suarez. You know, in Major League Baseball, he just got injured for the Diamondbacks in a game, and who are they playing? With a fly ball outdoors left center field. This one carrying track. It's gonna bounce right on the warning track and off the wall. And Suarez, he's got a 2-out double, and the inning just will not end for the Sailors. Pretty high fly. I thought it might have been gone, but just didn't have enough carry. And this inning continues. Here's Marcus Simeon. Fly ball into left center field. And then I'll back up to... And the catch, and we head to the Sailors fast. 2-run bomb from Bryce Harper. The Knights lead 5-3. Here's Jose Ramirez to lead off the inning for the New York Sailors.
Ball low.
We'll take that center for ball 1. Over 1,500 hits between Major League Baseball and the National Baseball League for Ramirez. Yeah, is over on the run to second, and 1 hop to first for out number 1, just like that. No retire Jose Ramirez coming to the play. It's Cal Raleigh. Oh, he's got a smile on his face. He looks ready.
Strike 1.
Four-seamer called strike 1.
1 strike.
Just about halfway through. A little over halfway through, actually. First one. Oh, a diving leap from Bryce Harper. Out number 2, just like that. How about that jump from Bryce Harper? A leap in the air. And the reaction time you gotta have on that. Wow. There's Anthony Edwards. Well, that's gonna get into the gap into right center field. This one's gonna bounce and roll all the way to the wall. And Edwards has got himself a 2-out double, sliding in safely. And just perfect right over the head. Nobody there. Perfect chance for that thing to bounce its way to the red wall and allow for him to get himself a 2-out double. Here's Elijah King. Homer already on his first at-bat today. Brushed that one foul. 0-1. Knights fans look, because that would have been... Because if it's a homer, the game's tied. Once again. Still a homer in the second inning for the Sailors.
ball. 2 strike.
Got a piece of that four-seamer 0-2. I'm hoping to get out of this inning right here. The 0-2. Got a piece of that one, grounded to second, one hop to first, and that'll end the inning. And we end the 6th inning. The Knights, despite some challenges, they hold on to the lead. It's 5-3 for the Knights.
Leading off for the Knights.
Wants to extend his inning streak to 17 games. Oh yeah, that was a guess from yesterday. Striders. 7 innings of two-hit ball game in the win versus the Atlanta Arrows. Lamont White Jr. with a 5 RBI game in a win over whoever Philadelphia is playing right now, because I don't remember. So I'm gonna mess with the cutter. 0-1. Top of the 6th inning here. JT Realmuto leading off for the Knights. Not just maybe
1 ball. 1 strike.
not a well placed curve ball from Phil Maton. That one's gonna get down for a base hit into right field, and Realmuto is aboard.
The bat, the right fielder, David Smith.
Here's Pavin Smith. This year's probably gonna be pushing to get that batting number to 300. We'll see if they can. If he's that four-seamer. 0-2. Here's a tapper. Foul ball. Keeps Smith's bat going. Main job here. He's got to be careful with what pitch he's throwing to who. Eventually, those hitters they're gonna grasp what he's doing. There's a fly ball to center field. Nice catch for out number 1. And keep the runner at first. Here's Michael Bush. He's the DH today. Realmuto's at first. Bush hasn't got a hit today for the Knights yet. We'll see if we can do that here. A late swing on the cutter there. When you swing late, it completely throws off the way the bat interacts with the baseball. So it completely changes its trajectory. Right, first throw, 1, double play. Wait, is that a triple play? Hold on. No, there's nobody on second. Okay, just a double play there. Somebody on second. That. No, that wouldn't have been a double play because you have to go 3, 2, 1. So Ryan Stanek taking the mound for the Knights here. He's came in 4 times, just 4 times this year. 4.3 batting number. He's gonna look to get that down, maybe to 4. Here's Michael Toglia. Batting average, including today, is now above 200. Jojo Romero and Andrew Nardi warming up in the Knights bullpen. Alright, we're getting ready for whenever they may or may not be needed. Ryan Stanek pitching right now. Just threw his first pitch. He's got some nice hair. I will admit that. The long, flowing hair. Okay, I don't need to romanticize it. It's no 2 count. Oh, that one smashed down into center field. This one carrying track. Whoa, goodbye, home run. Toglia makes it a one-run game. It's 5-4. How about that for the Sailors? Right when they need it, Toglia delivers. See, on that ball, he read it perfectly, and then he carried through the swing the whole way, giving him either result that you saw this with the fly ball to center field. This one not as deep, though. Appears to make the catch for round number 1 just like that. Here comes Josh Lowe. He homered his last time, 2 for 2 today. Is he gonna go 3 for 3? We'll see. Next lead 5-4.
1-0.
You could tie the game with one swing here. We will see. Just needs one swing. We can get the right pitch, right swing, right area, right time. We might find ourselves with a tie ball game. Glad to have you tuning in on this Tuesday night. Final game of this 4-game series. Josh Lowe having a career with the Texas Rangers. In the NBL, he's going to play with the New York Sailors as he strikes out on a splitter, 2 down. Here comes Ahmed Rosari. I believe he's the Sailors DH tonight. Yeah. Got a piece of that slider was outside the zone. Yeah, he's the DH. Yeah, he's 1 for 2 today with a single and a stolen base. What was that? No, sounded like some other sound effect I don't think I've ever heard in this game before. Strike 2 there. A very fun game here between the Sailors and the Knights. Knights leading 5-4. Down the line, that's going to stay fair for a base hit one. That one's going to roll all the way into the corner. And Rosario's going to have himself a 2-out double. And just ball went right down the line. And then you can see Spencer Sear racing after it. And he ain't gonna get to it, allowing Rosario to get to second for the double. Here's Luis Rengifo, hasn't got a hit today. So, falls in the dirt. And he's going back to second. Rosario stays on second base for the New York Sailors. The Knights struggling to get out of this second. This is where the Knights are struggling. They're struggling to get out of innings here. Second inning. Slider, a bad slider there, ball 2. This must have been a misfire. Because when I think it's like so off, not maybe unless it's hitting a pitcher, then you just never know. Unless they're drifted in the zone, 2-1. And it's like so off, I just think you completely screwed up. Four-seamer, 99, struck 2. I have seen, like, just pitchers, people who come in for the Sarah O'Neill first pitch, and it's like 10 feet off the plate. Oh, ceremonial first pitch. Let's throw it that way. And then they throw it this other way to your right. I think you hit the wrong strike zone, buddy. Fouled off in the stands. The count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Luis Rengifo. Rengifo. Do you pronounce it in his name? I don't know. Swing and a miss and a fastball upstairs. We head to the 7th. Stockleya with a solo bomb. And it's a 1-run game. So Gregory Soto gonna take them out here in the 7th for the Sailors. And we'll start off by facing O'Neal Cruz. One thing about this ballpark, as you see Tyler Holton and Danny Young warming up in the bullpen. One thing about this ballpark, it is surrounded by buildings. It's right in the... Basically, it's almost exactly what you would think a Manhattan baseball stadium to look like, which there isn't one. And one sports venue in the entire city of Manhattan, or the entire district of Manhattan, that's Madison Square Garden in real life. And you add this for the National Baseball League. Sicker 3-1, he got the call. May or may not be a good idea to intentionally walk Cruz. Maybe not, as there's a pop fly, a fly ball in the left. He's under to make the catch for out number 1. Here's Spencer Steer. Nice slider up inside corner there, strike 1. Made Steer look like a deer in the headlights. And the 1-1. Wyoming got him in the sinker, and it's 1-2. Fouled off there. Into swing and a miss to get Spencer Steer. 2 down. So Corey Seager is to the plate. Seager's looking to get out of this. One thing that is coming up, and I think I want to do a special game for it. An early game. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe a ceremony at the beginning. Ceremonial video. There'll be a ground ball into left center field for a base hit, and Seager keeps the inning going for the Knights. And they bring Bryce Harper to the plate. He gave the Knights the lead back with the 2-run bomb earlier in the ball game. So, maybe just a little bit of concern for Gregory Soto. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking about doing a video for maybe a ceremonial video. Maybe some stories I might bring to the plate as it counts 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck out Bryce Harper. And the fans are cheering. We head to the Sailors 7. 5-4 Knights. And they bring in JoJo Romero for the Knights. He's had he's came in 8 times this year. 4.09 ERA. He's looking to get through this stretch of the ball game. Here's Jose Ramirez. One of the best hitters on the team hasn't got a hit in this ball game. He is Jose Ramirez, so you never know. Cleveland Guardians, their system, they have turned him into a star. This is a grounded towards first and a run at the bag for out number 1, just like that from Bryce Harper. He plays Cal Raleigh. Got a piece of the circle change up into 0-1.
Ball.
And that one's foul down the line in the corner there from Cal Raleigh.
Nope. I'll do.
And could not get that sinker in the zone. To Raleigh, 2-2. So Romero, he's having mixed results. 2-2.
Count's full.
Check out the count is full, 3-2. Raleigh hits a bomb down the left field line. Back it goes. Goodbye. Home run. We're tied again. A Raleigh bomb to tie this game for the Sailors. Absolutely corked it, and then it stays fair down that left field line just by the pole. How about that? Here's Anthony Edwards.
No, that's a ball.
And this Sailors crowd is going wild.
Nope. That's inside.
0 count to Edwards.
Oop.
6 strikes, 2-1.
Hey!
Nice in circle changeup, 2-2. Four-seamer found off, 2-2 the count. Anthony Edwards. Been a wild game here at the New York Coliseum. Side of 5. Fly ball, right field. This one carrying track. Wall, see ya! Goodbye! Home run! A bit of Michael K action from my voice. And Edwards takes the lead for the New York Sailors, 6-5. Absolutely corked it. Down the line. Perfect hit, perfect timing. And they're gonna call JJ Romero. He's had an awful ball game. He's given up the lead for the Knights. And they're gonna take him out. Understandably. In the very good, JP Harrison. I can't say anything. Harrison. All the games he came in this year. 6.5 ERA. He's gonna look to get that down. It's Elijah Craig. Knights are probably they're praying to get out of this inning.
Nope. Ball one.
Or Seamer wanted out of the count. Swung right under that fastball, 101. This has probably been the best series of the year so far. This this first battle in New York Series this year has been fantastic. Well, I might cover 3 of the next battle of New York Series because this has just been amazing. Four-seamer fouled off 2 and 2. I'm definitely covering them once again when they go at it. Fly ball to left. He's under it. Back onto the track to make the catch. There's 2 down. The bring in Michael Toglia. And the bomb is last time up. Yeah, his batting average definitely went up today. It was at 194 coming in, and now it's at almost 220. As the year goes on, individual hits will have a less of an impact on your batting average because you have more at bats. Because 1 at bat out of 10 will make it a bigger difference than 1 at bat out of 470. You get my point. Swung and missing. It's 1 and 2. Harrison looking to get out of this inning. What a game, what a series this has been. Sailors lead 6-5.
Okay.
Fire the count is still 3 and 2. Raiders on deck. Something at the top of that 4-seamer at the top of the zone. Another fly ball. Back it goes. Crack. Whoa. Goodbye. Home run. He's got another one. 7-5. Sailors. And the success continues here in the Battle of New York. 2 home runs for Toglia today. That's down the line there. He just they're like hooked, but it didn't go like do that where it turns foul. It didn't go towards. It didn't go in a right-leaning direction. It didn't when it hooked. It didn't go too far towards the foul pole or the foul line for that matter. 1-0 count to Bader. The Knights can't get out of this inning. Swing and a miss again. 1-1. This has been a great game. A great game. Ball and a strike the count. Four-seamer off the end of the bat. He got it 1 and 2. Been quite a long inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung and a miss, and the inning is finally over. The New York Sailors with 3 home runs. They lead 7-5. We head to the 8th. So coming in with the Sailors is Danny Young. He's came in 7 times this year for the New York Ball Club. It's going to face the rival, the New York Knights. And they'll lead off with Eugenio Suarez. This might be like almost like a reversal. He's a cutter and one tag at hole. So this might be like a reversal of the dynamic between like the Mets and the Yankees, because it's like a decent crowd here, 20,556, and basically every game of this series is good game to be at. Just because, just the way it is. And he got Eugenio Suarez, strike 3, 1 down. They're in the top of the 8th. Sicker there, 1-0 the count. There's a rounder. It's 1-1 the count to Marcus Simeon. Grounder, long throw from Ramirez. Maybe I get to Toglia for out number 2, just like that. Knights struggling to get. Look at the jump on that. Really good athleticism from Jose Ramirez. Which third base is probably one of the hardest positions to play. That isn't pitcher or catcher. In baseball, it's the hardest position besides those two. Because you're the one that's going to take the line, most of the line drives. You're going to be the one that's going to be responsible for the really long throws. You basically get tossed around like a rag doll. You gotta deal with all the ball for the line drives. You gotta. We're gonna miss the sweeper. And we end to the Sailors 8. I'm gonna bring in Aaron Ashby, which I don't even think he warmed up in the bullpen today. But they're bringing him in, a 3.5 ERA. The Knights in a bit of trouble here. They've had a tough job time against the New York Sailors. This series has basically destroyed the Knights. Here's Josh Lowe. He has a home run today. Made it a 1-run game.
1 ball, no strike.
And the count's 1-1. Grounder towards third and third of the bag. And just in time to get the Bryce Harper for round number 1. Here's Ahmed Rosario. Sailors lead 7-5. Grounder to second and easy throw to first for round number 2, just like that. So nice, learn from their mistakes a bit. I might have told that too soon, but we'll see. Here's Luis from Hufo. 0 for 4, he hasn't got a hit today. A lot of the Sailors have got hits. He was frozen there for strike 1, a circle changeup. Runner to Harper, run to the bag, and that's out number 3, and we head to the 9th. Sailors looking to close it out against the New York Knights. There's Yancy Almonte coming in for the New York Sailors. They've been 12 times this year, 5.02 ERA, so. His goal, shut down the Knights. And if the Sailors looking to sweep the series, they're 3 outs away. Sinker on 1-0 the count. And at the bottom of the order at the play, maybe it'll help them, maybe it will. Good one count to Pavin Smith. The Knights have struggled pitching wise. That's kind of been they're struggling in this series is they give them quite a bit. Grounder to second. Throw to first. There's 1 down. Here's Michael Bush.
That's the ball.
Takes circle change up strike 1. Batista and Scott Efros warming up in the Sailor bullpen. A 1-ball pitch. Strike 1. Michael Bush here. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. So 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck out Michael Bush. Nice down to the final out. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Knights about to sweep the series against the New York Knights. 4 games. Really close to every single one. And is that going to drop down? No, it won't. He got it. Sailors win. 7-5. Ball game over. They win the game and the series. They sweep the series. Sailors win 7-5. And they sweep the 4-game series against the New York Knights. And I'm Thomas, your host. Glad to have you tuning in. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.